Hi. Over the last 15 years, society has been completely transformed and changed by the use of cell phones, tablets, and other digital devices. With so much technology in the world and so many screens, could it be possible that these screens have negative effects and impacts on our adolescents and youth? How does screen time affect young people's lives and social lives? Um, an overuse of screen time can significantly increase the discomfort in social settings amongst youth. Dr. Victoria Duckley produced a study where she observed kids and how much screen time they used and their social anxiety in different settings. She concluded that kids that spent a lot more time on their screens experienced a lot more social anxiety in social settings and struggled with keeping and holding conversations with older people. Duckley tells a story about her nephew, who was 16 at the time and was a teenager playing football. The football coach challenged the kids and the players to spend a lot less time on their video games and phones and see how it would change their social skills. The nephew was already kind of a reserved person and didn't do well in social settings. He often found himself suffering from social discomfort when talking to people of authority and adults. But after just a few weeks of dropping the screen time down significantly, he found himself a lot more comfortable in social settings and being able to converse with adults, which was a huge benefit and a huge perfect example for Duckley's study. Um, an overuse of screen time is extremely detrimental to communication skills of adolescents and will significantly harm them in the long term. How screen time affects our health. In a case done by Carewell Urgent Care, they concluded that screens emit a blue light, which is not like all the other lights because blue light reaches the back of your eye, which is into the retina. Um, Too much exposure to blue light in the back of your retina can cause severe damage over the long term. Um, Another thing that the blue light does is it affects a hormone called melatonin. Graham Mackenzie, who's a doctor, created a study and concluded that lack of melatonin significantly reduces our ability to get a good night's sleep. Melatonin helps keep keep our bodies in a deep sleep, and a lack of it can cause either waking up in the middle of the night, not being able to get to sleep as easily, and even not having enough dreams. Um, Another negative effect of too much screen time is it promotes a sedentary lifestyle. Jason Gill, who's a professor at Galway University, um, concluded that people are had a study and concluded that people are lazy and unhealthy, often also indulge in too much screen time and suffer from cardiovascular issues. How screen time affects our happiness. Adolescents begin to find joy in other things, such as screens and tablets, rather than real life situations. Um, Jean Twenge is a psychology professor at San Diego State University and also concluded a study and observed kids about their happiness levels and how much time they spend on the screen. She wrote a book that pretty much concludes about how kids are unhappy when they spend excessive amounts on screen time and can't find joy in other things besides their screen. Um, Another thing about too much screen time is the use of social media. On social media, teenagers and young adults are always comparing themselves to other people. We often hear that everyone always posts their best life on their social media, and teenagers are always comparing themselves to what they don't have. This creates a depression in a lot of young kids and is a huge unhappiness and big problem in our youth today. So, in conclusion, we know that too much, an excessive amount of screen time in adolescence can negatively affect us because they often lack social skills and are uncomfortable in social situations. It's also a huge health risk because it can negatively affect our eyesight and the way we sleep and how much sleep and how good of sleep we're getting. And it can also affect our happiness levels. It's important to know these things because we are preparing ourselves and informing ourselves about the consequences of too much screen time, and hopefully in the fact we can, in the future, we can prevent these from happening. Thank you.